Let's check in on a patient. Hi, my name is Zach Oki. I'm a retina specialist here in Irvine, California. Every once in a while I start looking around social media trying to find what are people going through, and I ran across this video.
Hi guys, story time about how I almost got retinal detachment. So I do have myopia. I have myopia on both my eyes. All my life I've been seeing floaters in my eyes. A few weeks ago I started seeing kind of floaters, but I wasn't quite sure what they were. They were very fast. They were kind of like little, I don't know how to explain it. They were like bursts of light, right? And I didn't know how to describe it. I didn't know what it was, and I just kept thinking to myself, oh, it might be like a floater, it might be my floater, and I just brushed it off. I never took it seriously. Well, eventually, the bursts of light get worse, and they get worse, and they get worse. And I went to my optometrist, and I told her, and she took a look, and she's like, oh, well, you do have a floater, and something doesn't look right. You need to see an ophthalmologist, ASAP.
So far in this story, we've heard a couple details. This person is nearsighted. They've always had a couple little floaters in their vision, but then one day there's a sudden change. There's something new. There are flashy lights and then maybe a couple little floaters. This person goes to see their optometrist, and the optometrist finds something abnormal. What do you think they're going to find?
To an ophthalmologist, he takes a look at my eyes and he's like, you have a tear. You're almost at detachment. We need to get you to a retinal specialist ASAP. So within the next hour, I'm at the retinal specialist's office. They do photos, they do scans, and ultimately they decided that the best form of treatment for me at this moment is laser photocoagulation.
So what happened? A nearsighted person has new floaters. They go see a retina specialist, an ophthalmologist. They find some trouble, and the retina specialist recommends a laser procedure. I can't say I know exactly what happened in this case, but I've been here before. I've heard this story 1,000 times. Most likely what happened, this person developed something called a posterior vitreous detachment. Posterior vitreous detachment refers to a situation in which the gel that fills the back of the eye separates away as a function of age and myopia, sometimes trauma. When it does that, it pulls on the retina and can create a retinal tear, and in that moment, people see new floaters and flashes in their vision. If someone has a retinal tear, then they're at really high risk of having a blinding problem called a retinal detachment. So how do we reduce the chance of that happening? By lasering the retina. So this person said she finally underwent laser photocoagulation. It's a tough word to say, don't sweat it. But she made it out alive, and she's reduced the chance of a detachment. Good job.